Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. This is Grand Arena Match 2, Week 3, Season 12. So taking a look here, let's take a look at the previous matchup. We won this, was fairly close. I got a defense here out of Mon Mothma, and then what really came through was my Malevolence. The whole strategy here was I looked at what he usually puts on defense and made sure to mirror, make sure that his offensive option, which was going to be the Malevolence, I mirrored, because the mirror is a lot harder than the counter. So then taking a look at today's opponent, this one I think is going to be easier. He doesn't have a SWGOH account, so I wasn't able to research this, but he doesn't have Malevolence. So that's giving me a big advantage in fleets that he only has the Negotiator. And then looking at, this is the last guy. Can you just stay on the same screen? So Eduardo here, I have a number of advantages in where he doesn't have a strong 501st team. He's still working on his gas. He does have a good Darth Revan team, but then you can see he's lacking in a few places. What he does have is a lot of Gear 12. So then let's jump in here, take a look at his defense. We got a fairly easy top wall here. Not even fairly easy, it's an easy top wall. We're gonna try we might try Wampa solo, Nest solo. We'll use JTR here. We could do a Malak solo. We could do 3 solos on that wall. And on this bottom wall, like, we can do gas solo here. Maybe if I had a gear 13 Django, I could solo this lower one. I might just undersize it. I think I'll just CLS Hux and just be confident with a win. But let's jump into this, clear out this bottom wall, and then see what we have to deal with on the back wall. I just chose Hux, right? Yeah, this way we still keep a lot of strong teams for the back wall, but we have a win that we can be confident about here. I think we're going to stun Hux, and now we're going to take out Sith Trooper first. So let's try and stun him. Let's get a stun over here. I want to strip turn meter from Hux. Did I get any kills from Han? I don't think I got any. We're gonna gas this. I'm just based on his front wall, I'm not expecting much on that back wall. Worst case scenario, we still have Darth Revan and Jedi Knight Revan and Jedi Knight Luke. Okay. Got options here. But we are going to do... Oh, Bosk is on defense. I don't usually do that. That's fine. These guys are so weak. Can I just... I want to do Bosk lead where I'd have a taunt. I'd have a little bit of healing and protection recovery. These guys can't do anything. I don't know why I'm overreacting like there's any issue at all. I'm so tempted to just do a Django solo. The only issue is the stun. Yeah, that's why I didn't bring him in by himself. It's actually a reason I probably shouldn't have brought in Dengar. I need to stun Daka. Daka's become a big problem. Let's hit the stagger. Let's just take out Talia. Alright, this is... Okay. You have Padme, right? Why... How are you using your Padme? Yeah, you have a Relic 3 Padme. Alright, we're just gonna eat this entire defense alive. We do have a relic here on Kylo. This is why we were gonna do Jedi Training Rey. It's a reliable counter where we don't have to deal with any of the annoyance that the Kylos bring. And Rey doesn't care about the relics on Kylo. Put a confusion here, try and get rid of that retribution. We'll take the turn meter away from here. So I'm playing in the middle of NBA free agency. It has been going on for about a little over an hour. Not all that eventful. I am not happy with how my team has made moves. We just grabbed a bunch of centers. But the short contracts... But it means Christian Wood is gone. And he was a fun and exciting player that I happen to own on my fantasy team. But I don't think there's a large amount of overlap on my channel between fantasy basketball fans and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Oh, this is taking forever. Let's finish this off. Get me my protection. It's not quite 100. Alright, we've got at least 3 solos we can do. Phoenix are tempting. I think we're just going to do Malak here. And we'll do Wampa against one of those rebel teams. We just have 4 options for it. Kind of wanted a shock to land. What happened to the fear? Why didn't you guys get your turn skipped? I need to time these abilities better. I need to get a shock. Come on. You had tenacity down and you still didn't get shocked? This is not where I want to put the drain life. Go away, Karth. Perfect. Alright, now we don't have to worry about Karth. Because we got fear on Zelbar, we're going to hit mission while we can. We'll leave him stunned and shocked. Let's see if we can take care of mission before he comes back. Let's drain life. Just go away. Why are you dodging? Alright. Just wondering, I don't remember these kits all that well. I want to make sure I don't have to worry about all the dazes and the... So he'll counter... The dazes and the staggers, those are all in Zeb, right? No idea what these Zetas do. Okay, so there are staggers here. I think I'd rather bring Nest to this battle. Than Wampa. Where's my Nest? I'm gonna go with a stun. Now we'll do the days. See how many armor shreds we get. Maybe we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. That's fine. Let's try a Wampa solo here. I chose poorly. I should have used Nest elsewhere. Oh my god, are you gonna control me? Perfect. Stop stunning me. Oh, you have that turn meter removal. I've completely forgotten all these kits. Okay. Just gonna do Jedi Knight Revan over here. This is way more than we need. Target Anakin. He's the only real threat here. Everyone else is just an annoyance. Come on. So I watched Mando this morning. I did the event video for the Galactic Challenges last night, and that one took me a little while to get the footage I wanted to show how to do that event without any relics with the bounty hunters that I had. And this episode of Mando was my most disliked episode. Or really the only episode I've disliked. Like, in general, like, I don't agree with the people who don't like the format of the show. I kind of feel like as an audience, we've become just a little used to and indoctrinated into this prestige television format where we get this like single season arc. And I think we've just become, that's now our expectation. And when we don't get it, it's a little jarring. But I don't think that invalidates having these standalone episodes. So the previous episodes, last season, having those standalone episodes, like that, for me, that's just as valid of a way to have a show. And because of it, I've gone back to a lot of older episodes of The Mandalorian, when a lot of other shows like Game of Thrones or whatever, you can't really go back to individual episodes for the most part. I mean, there's exceptions, obviously, but in general, you're going back to like an entire season. Where am I? So that concern of like having these episodes that are unrelated to an overall season arc is not a reason why I like or dislike an episode of The Mandalorian, but like, I don't think Carl Weathers is a good director. Like, if you look at the difference in the directing between episodes 3 and 4, there's a big drop off in the visuals and the editing of fight sequences that you could just kind of see. I'm assuming Carl Weathers being an inexperienced director. And then the other thing that was kind of jarring in this last episode was the dialogue was really cliched and full of platitudes. And I was kind of surprised that it was a Favreau episode, that he was listed as the writer, because Favreau's a good writer. He has a ton of experience and he's written a lot of good things. Maybe this episode got less attention, but there were moments, and I don't want to say too much if you haven't seen it, but there were moments where, like near the end of the episode, where they're getting into a vehicle and Cara Dune speaks to the others and just using things from like 1980s movies, and it was almost like stand-in dialogue that they forgot to take out. All right, what else do we have here? But overall, like, Mandalorian is great. Like, this is actually the first time I've had any issues with the series. What do I want? I wish I had more characters who were capable of soloing. And we can undersize all of these. I'm just overthinking this. And really, I should have brought Nest up against these troopers. I just completely disrespect. I disrespect the Phoenix. I also need to get my nest up to relics. It's been one of my long-term projects for a while now. Yeah, let's do it. I guess we'll do this. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do the fracture here. Let's stun everyone, and then we can just start throwing shocks around. Let's land a stun here. Now we can do a swap. Get me my finally. Don't need to do this. But because Death Trooper had the most turn meter, that's why I hit him. Now with the ability block there, we can land another shock. We're just hitting the shocks. That's where my nest should have been, and I could have done that against the Phoenix. Now what? Yeah, this is what we're going to do Jedi Knight Luke. And we are going to bring in Ezra, since I just put the Zeta there. Something to goof around with. Then we'll hit ships quick. And we'll do wedge. I'm a gear piece away from gear 12 on Jedi Knight Luke, and then he'll get up to relics. He'll be another option for some solos, I'm sure. Okay. We can goof around with this. How good is his? He's got Tarkin. He has... Does he have relics on his Vader? No relics on Vader. Does have a relic on Palpatine. And this doesn't matter. And his Tarkin's probably, what, gear 12? Yep. He did have a relic on Kylo. He has a gear... he had relics on Hux? Relics on Hux. We're not going to completely disrespect this finalizer, even though it's more of an offensive ship. We're gonna use my own Empire here. We'll hit Vader. We're just going to try and take Vader out early. Yeah, we'll strip turn meter. Burning. He's getting a little bit of turn meter from the Reaper, so we're going to take the Reaper out. Yeah, we're going to do this. We're just going to end this. If you haven't unlocked both the Negotiator and Malevolence, unlock them both before taking 1 to 7 stars. Come on. Okay, Sith Bomber. All right, that's it. This should be a win. One mistake with the Phoenix of attempting a solo. Just doesn't come up often enough to really have a feel for it. But all in all, I mean, let's go through it. I mean, this was an easy one, but it was nice to try out some undersizes. So here's my defense. He's saved most everything for offense, even though he broke up his Padme team. So this is the same teams for the most part. I've been using all 3v3 except for this Bosk team. Since there were no more feats that I had to worry about this round, I put them down so that I could keep Ezra and Bastila on offense. I've been using this Vader team. I talked about this before a little bit. I still don't know if it's good because it either works and gets a defense, or my opponents have been using meta teams to take it out. So at the minimum, it's eating up a meta team, which for me, that's a win. But we are going to wrap it up there. If you are struggling with the later tiers of the Galactic Challenge with IG-11, I have a event video where I break down how I beat it with my bounty hunters. I don't have any relics on them. There's a video for that right here. Be safe out there, everyone. This has been Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes. Be excellent to each other.